Good afternoon and welcome to Our Lady of Good Counsel High School. I am Liam Clark and this is Sam Scango, and we are here for an exciting matchup between the Bishop Macnamara Mustangs and your Good Counsel Falcons.
It's going to be a tough game for the Falcons, coming in at 0-3 so far, who really need to lock it down in their pitching today. Macnamara currently has 4 wins under their belt and a total of 70 runs scored so far this season in only 4 games. With Good Counsel only having 2, they'll need to step it up in the batter's box and get some girls on base. We should expect lots of stolen bases from Macnamara today. They have a few girls who have stolen a base every time they've been on the field. With this game ending in a 9-7 win for Good Counsel last year, we'll see if they can get the win today against this honor roll Macnamara team.
Batting first for the Mustangs is Imani Kamchako. Pitching at the mound for your Good Counsel Falcons, as that one is high, will be Megan Doral, the junior for. Here's the pitch. And that'll be a strike. Great pitch by number 10, Megan Doral, for your Falcons. Chacho in the left-hander's box, waits for the pitch. Swings and misses. That'll be strike 3. And a quick out for this Falcons team. Note that this Falcons team does have 7 sophomores on the team, so it's a very young team, but also has some leadership with 5 seniors also being here for this Falcons team. And that one will be a strike. That is number 7 for the Mustangs, Jesslyn Ivy. As that one's high, it'll be a 1-1. Mustangs with 1 out already in this inning. We're going to have to get the bats going early. That one's roped and line drive caught.
That'll be a great catch from the Falcons for a first out, or second out,
Giselle Reyes with a great line drive catch at second base. And a quick 2 outs so far in this top of the first inning for the Falcons.
Mustangs currently have a .638 on base percentage, but looking like early in the game, they're being shut down by the Falcons.
And it's a quick strike so far to Alyssa Scatliff. That one's high, and it'll be a 1-1 count.
Lots of energy here for the Mustangs today.
Bench already fired up early on in this first inning, but the Falcons do have 2 outs so far. Megan Doral been pitching really good so far this first inning. And that one's low, will be a 2-1 count. 2 outs so far in the top of the first. Very busy day right now for GC Sports. We have lacrosse and freshman sophomore baseball on the field above. And that one's going to go outside. 3-1. Scatliff having a great at-bat so far. Pitch, and she swings and misses, and it'll be a full count with 2 outs.
Good Counsel will be looking for 3 quick outs here.
And get the bats up. The roll kicks and fires. And it'll be a ball 4 and a walk for Scatliff. And now up for the Mustangs, Christina Brown, another senior on this team. Scatliff was also a senior in the previous at-bat. Here's the pitch. And catcher behind the plate was ready. That was number 11, Sophia Conroy, the freshman. Well, kicks and fires. And that one's popped up to center field. And the center fielder falls, and that's going to be extra bases. Looking for a triple. And she's going to stay, so knock in Scatliff. And a great swing of the bat by Christina Brown. And early on in this game, the Mustangs lead 1-0. Mustangs bench now fired up. And now up is Sterling Harriet.
It's going to be an error out in the outfield.
But still an RBI counted for Christina Brown.
Yeah, those runners will reach on an error.
And that'll be a ball very close to the strike zone. If you're just joining us, you just missed a big hit from Christina Brown. She's at third right now after a great RBI hit to center field. DeRahl fires and showing bunt, but it'll be a strike as the third baseman and the first baseman were crashing down, seeing if they could get the out on when Harriet was showing bunt. DeRahl trying to put that hit in the past and trying to get this third out. And that'll be another ball. It'll be a 2-1 count now. DeRahl fires. And that'll be another strike. It'll be 2-2 now. DeRahl trying to get one more strike and get the bats up for this Falcons team. Christina Brown at third as DeRahl fires. And that one's outside. It'll be a full count. 3-2 with 2 outs now.
Christina Brown, currently on third, went 3 for 3.
As this one is going to go foul. Sorry for interrupting you.
It's all right. She went 3 for 3 in their game last week. She had 2 stolen bases, 3 runs, and 3 RBIs. Not surprised about a pit from
third. Has 9 runs on the season and 8 stolen bases, 2 of them coming from the last game. As DeRahl fires. That one's grounded right back to DeRahl, and DeRahl easily throws it over to first. And an easy out. Only 1 run scored for the Mustangs, as the Mustangs are getting out into the field. We'll be right back. And we are back. Welcome back to Our Lady of Good Counsel High School. After the Macnamara Mustangs scored a run, the Falcons are trying to get it back.
We had solid defense in the top of the first. We're looking for lots of hits from the Falcons.
And they're going up against Corian Ote, who had a no-hitter her last time up for pitching. Starting off is Isabel Camara, a senior who's been the captain for 2 years and on varsity for all 4 years of her time here at Our Lady of Good Counsel High School. She's playing shortstop today. She also can play catcher as well, which is very impressive. As that one's a ball outside. And a good take for her first pitch. That one's fouled back. Great swing of the bat.
This pitcher, Corin Odie, has not given up more than one hit every time she's pitched so far this season.
That is fairly impressive.
Yeah, Falcons will be looking to change that for sure.
That one's a strike low. It'll be a 2-1 count. Or no, 1-2 count, sorry. And she fouls that one off. Great at bat here so far. Camara was also last year's on the all WCAC first team and was the year prior on the second team. And she swings, it'll be a drop third strike. Easy out for Christina Brown, who's behind the plate. And now up is Paige Brown for the Falcons. Brown in the right-handed batter's box. As she nails that one. And she'll be thrown out at first base. And 2 quick outs for this Mustangs defense. Now up, Giselle Reyes. She's playing second base today as she takes first pitch for a strike.
This will be her 3rd year on varsity and her 1st year as captain.
She'll swing another one. It'll be a quick 0-2 count for Reyes, the junior. And that one high. Good, she laid off that. It'll be now a 1-2 count. And that one's another ball. This one low in the dirt that time. And it'll be a 2-2 count. I'm Liam Clark. This is Sam Scanning. If you're just joining us, the Mustangs had a nice hit in the first inning to get them a run in. As that'll be a ball high, a full count. Great job by Reyes coming back into this at bat after being down 0-2, starting out the at bat. 2 outs now. Odie fires and swing and a miss. And a great inning by Odie at the mound. And a quick 1-2-3. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to our Lady of Good Counsel High School. We are at the top of the second. Mustangs up 1-0 with a run with 2 outs in the first inning. And now up for the Mustangs, number 3, Madison Stewart.
Hopefully pitcher Megan Del Rio can keep the defense locked down here for the Falcons.
Good strike to start her off. Stewart playing third base today for the Mustangs. Del Rio her ERA was not hurt by the run so far as she kicks and fires. Wins a ball. The center fielder made an error, and that won't count against her earned run average. Del Rio back and fires. That one high. Keeping it cool out there on the mound as a 2-1 count come to Madison Stewart, who's in the right-handed batter's box. That one over to the shortstop. And a great play for the first out. That was Isabel Camara.
Nice catch by first baseman Grace Mackerel, who was on all WCAC.
Very impressive. Early 1 out for this Good Counsel Falcons defense. And there'll be a strike again for Del Rio. Del Rio has a strikeout so far in this game. As another swing and a miss to Isabella Webb. She's playing first base today. And she already has 2 strikes. Del Rio fires. And strike 3! 2 quick outs for this Falcons defense. Del Rio seems to be on a roll. That is her second strikeout this game. Next up, Camille Nowlin for the Mustangs with 2 outs so far. Del Rio kicks and fires. And they'll be outside for a ball. Camille Nowlin has one of the team's 3 triples so far this season. As she takes that one for a strike. Mustangs trying to add to their lead so far. They have a 1-0 lead from a hit from Christina Brown, which turned out to be an error. That one lined over, and that's going to be a hit into the gap. She's looking for a double, and she'll be safe. Great piece of the bat for Camille Nowlin.
Lots of celebration from the Mustangs bench.
Trying to get fired up early on and get the bats going. Next up, Ania Woods. She's playing left field today for the Mustangs.
She's going to have an on-base percentage of .750.
And she has a .600 batting average, which is understandable early on in the season, but still very impressive. And it's a strike. Good pitch for Del Rio. Del Rio trying to stay cool in the mound, having already 2 outs. That one fouled off for another strike. 2 strikes now. It's worth mentioning that the Macnamara Mustangs have won all 4 of their games by a margin of 10 or more runs.
6 or more runs.
No, it's 10. And that one will be a ball. Del Rio trying to get one more out and get her team back into the dugout.
Overall, the Mustangs are going to have an on-base percentage of .638, which is pretty high.
It is pretty high. Kicks and fires. That would be outside for another ball. It's worth mentioning again that their biggest win was against Eleanor Roosevelt with a 23-0 win, which
Wow.
is fairly impressive.
Should have been a mercy rule.
Could have.
I doubt the mercy rule would be 23, though.
Del Rio kicks and pitches. That'll be a ball. 3-2 full count. A great job by Woods to keep in this at bat. Del Rio trying to get her team with the bats back up. Pitch, and that one's going to be ball 4, and runners at first and second now. And we're back to the top of the lineup with Imani Camacho in the left-handed batter's box. Del Rio fires, and that one's bunted and foul. Trying to advance runners, but ends up fouling it back, and it would be an 0-1 count. That was the horn for the lacrosse game halftime, if you're wondering. Kicks and fires, and swing and a miss, and an early 0-2 count. And Del Rio trying to finish off this batter and get back into the dugout with no harm done. Del Rio fires. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Falcons get back in with no harm done. And an easy 1, 2, 3. No.
Walking these halls, I feel the energy of Good Counsel's Zavarian community. Here, I learn to excel, serve, and love through friendships that support me and academics that challenge me. My voice finds expression in ways I never imagined. Whether I'm singing in chorus, playing trumpet, or exploring visual arts, creativity flows through every corner of this place. Faith shapes my daily experience. Through Mass, prayer, and retreats, I discover how Zavarian values guide my leadership and deepen my compassion for others. The Riken program gave me exactly what I needed. Small groups and varied teaching styles helped me master core subjects while staying motivated and confident. Our nationally recognized STEM program puts innovation in my hands. I design, build, and problem solve with cutting-edge technology that prepares me for tomorrow's challenge.
And welcome back to the Good Counsel Falcons home opener for the softball team. Next up will be Grace Mackerel, her second year on varsity. She made it as a freshman, which is always impressive for any sport. Standing in the righty's batter box. Takes that one for a strike.
Last year against Macnamara, Grace Mackerel reached base 4 times, slugging 3 doubles on the day and walking once. She also drove in 2 runs and stole a base.
It's very good, especially for a freshman, as she rips that one, and it'll be foul. And it'll be a quick 0-2 from Mackerel. Along with Mackerel was a few other current sophomores, previously freshmen last year, who helped get GC back in that game and winning at Macnamara last year. Fires. That one's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And a quick 1, 2, 3 out on Mackerel. Odie. Great pitching. 0-0 ERA, which is always impressive. at any level of softball or baseball. Next up is Megan Del Real. She is the pitcher for the Falcons. Takes this one right back up the middle, and that's a hit! And a great hit by Del Real, taking the first pitch right back up the middle. And the Falcons now have a base runner at first. And next up is number 17, Maddie Goss, sophomore. She was on the 2025 All WCAC Honorable Mention list. As looks like it is a pinch runner coming in, Marin Gills, sophomore, coming in for Del Real. Del Real trying to get back in here for pitching matters. It's a great hit back up the middle, though.
Last year against Macnamara, Maddie Goss reached base 3 times. And she had a walk, which scored 1 run. She also pitched 3 innings in relief for the hold.
And an easy pass ball for Marin Gilds. As now the Falcons have a runner in scoring position. Falcons trying to get back in this game, only down by 1. As that'll be a strike for Goss. And 1-1 with 1 out so far. And that one's up. And that'll be a ball. Marin Gilds showing some massive leads at second base. And that's a ball in the dirt. And it'll be another ball. Goss trying to have a good at-bat here and try to maybe get on base or switch places with Gilds at second. And ball 4. She'll advance to first base. And now they have 2 runners on with only 1 out.
Looks like a good opportunity for the Falcons.
Claire Moreno now, the sophomore. Also her second year on varsity. A lot of freshmen made the team last year, as you can tell by this lineup. And a mound visit for Mustangs. Trying to get Odie back in her head and try to maybe turn 2 and end this potential threat of an inning.
Claire took part in the game-ending double play against Macnamara last year, from shortstop Isabel Camara to catcher Claire Morano, and then to second base Brooke Marshall. Very versatile player here.
Definitely. She's listed as utility, and basically playing anywhere at this level can be very impressive. And that'll be a ball low. And an early 1-0 start with only 1 out. This could be definitely a potential chance for the Falcons to maybe knock in 1 or 2 runs. And that one's going to be fouled. Great swing of the bat. And it'll be a 1-1 now. Odie trying to get out of this inning with no runs scored on her to keep her perfect ERA in balance. And this one's knocked up, and it's through! Gilds is rounding third, and she'll score. And a run now for the Falcons. Falcons looking to fight with this Macnamara Mustangs team, who's on a roll these past 4 games, scoring 70 runs total. And now the Falcons have just tied it.
That'll be an RBI for Claire Morano.
And now it'll be Sophia Conroy, who is the catcher behind the plate. So take that one. And out! But a great play. Wow, what a great play by number 17, Maddie Goss. She was at third base, and she knew once Christina Brown, who's the catcher for Mustangs, threw it over to second base, she was coming home.
And now the bases will be clear.
But the Falcons do have a 2-1 lead. Another mound visit for Odie, trying to not lose herself. And keep this game in the realm of not losing it. And that's a ball. Sorry, the mic cut out for a second. Now, Sophia Conroy up to bat after. And that one's going to be fouled. Morano tried to steal. She was caught, but Maddie Goss came in and scored a run. And Odie trying to get out of this inning with bases are cleared. And that one's popped up and out of play. And it'll be now a 1-2 with 2 outs. Odie fires. That one's high. And now it'll be 2-2. It's worth mentioning that Macnamara went 9-12 last year, and they already have almost half of those wins this year, going 4-0 in their first 4 games of the season. That one is going to be hit over to the third baseman, and out number 3. Great play by Madison Stewart, who was at third base, made the easy ground ball play. And we'll be back after this.
Good Counsel is home to anyone. You know, that you will feel embraced. You will feel part of a community from day one, even before school starts. You know, they put so much time and energy into making you feel as part of the community.
When kids come here, to know that they're not just loved and nurtured by their family, but by other people, you know, God's family. I think if you're in a position to give and you know that you can help other families become Falcon families and give the Good Counsel education to their children, well, that's a good thing to give towards. You know, education changes people, makes better people, makes better citizens.
You know, I know our children have been extremely blessed by so many people that have contributed to their experience and their time here.
Whatever you can give, you may think is small, but every dollar does count when it comes to providing a great education for our kids.
The outcomes outweigh the cost tremendously. When you see the smile, when you see
the grades,
when you see the relationships.
Not only focusing on academics, but service, community, continuing to grow their faith.
We need Good Counsel to continue to do the great things that they've been doing and to benefit more kids in the community. By giving is how we can do that.
And welcome back. Great bottom of the second inning for your Falcons to get them up by 1 run. Here we are now at the top of the third with the Mustangs back up to bat. And Justin Lively, the 2-hitter, who is playing shortstop today for the Mustangs.
This has been a strong home opener for the Falcons with an early lead in the second inning.
Jocelyn Ivy now, as Del Real takes the circle once again. Del Real turns back. And that one's going to be a ball high. And an early 1-0 count for Jocelyn Ivy, the shortstop for the Mustangs.
Fun fact here, the Falcons.
Oh, this one's line drive to center field. That'll be extra bases. And a great hit for Jocelyn Ivy, looking to get this game back into the Mustangs' hands. Now it was Alyssa Scatliff. Del Real trying to erase that double from her memory. Kicks back. And it'll be a bunt, and that's a great bunt. No one over at first base, and it'll be a pickle now as they're trying to get. She'll be called out. And a great play.
That'll be a great run between Paige Brown and Claire Morano.
Great pickle. And that'll be an out now for the Falcons, but does advancing is Alyssa Scatliff over to second base. And now Christina Brown, 4-hole hitter for this Mustangs team. Gets ready, rips that one to center field. That'll maybe drive in a run. And it won't. A great throw. The center fielder, Aubrey Holden, the freshman. Great throw from center field. And that'll keep the run at third base, keeping her from scoring. And now up is number 6, Sterling Harriet.
That was good coverage by number 7, Grace Mackerel.
Good cutoff. Del Real back, fires, and it's a swing and a miss for Harriet. And that one's going to be thrown over, and she'll stay at third base. Scatliff will. And it'll still be 2-1 in favor of the Falcons. Falcons trying to shake it off and trying to get the next 2 outs with runners at second and third. The real threat at the plate and Harriet. Del Real fires. It'll be a bunt and it'll go foul. And it'll be another strike. 2-0 now, or 0-2. Harriet getting a talk from the third base coach. Coming back into the batter's box. Del Real fires. That one's a swing and a miss. And throws down.
Another rundown.
Another pickle. And she's going to be tagged. And a great double play. And the Falcons defensively playing a masterclass.
Good way to get out of the inning.
Walking these halls, I feel the energy of Good Counsel's Zavarian community. Here, I learn to excel, serve, and love through friendships that support me and academics that challenge me. My voice finds expression in ways I never imagined. Whether I'm singing in chorus, playing trumpet, or exploring visual arts, creativity flows through every corner of this place. Faith shapes my daily experience. Through Mass, prayer, and retreats, I discover how Zavarian values guide my leadership and deepen my compassion for others. The Riken program gave me exactly what I needed. Small groups and varied teaching styles helped me master core subjects while staying motivated and confident. Our nationally recognized STEM program puts innovation in my hands. I design, build, and problem solve with cutting-edge technology that prepares me for tomorrow's challenges. Athletics here push me to be my best. When our teamwork pays off in that perfect moment, the pride we share makes every practice worth it. This is Good Counsel. This is where I belong.
Sorry.
We're back. Welcome back to Good Counsel in the softball game again with the Falcons against the Bishop Macnamara Mustangs. The Falcons will be up 2-1. We'll be in the bottom of the third with the Falcons looking to score some runs.
Aubrey Holden up now for the freshman, who is in the left-handed batter's box. And a good slap, but she'll be thrown out at first. She's got some great speed.
That's for sure.
And a quick out so far. And Odie trying to bounce back from a, I wouldn't say disastrous inning, but allowing 2 runs.
She's only allowed 3 runs against in the last.
And that one smacked to right field, and it's dropped.
That'll be an error.
That was. And the great base running play. Number 7 for the Falcons. Or number 2, sorry. Number 2, Isabel Camara. Great play at the top of the lineup.
Lots of confusion on the field there.
The error was made by number 6, Sterling Harriet, out in right field. And it'll take a mound visit. Odie not trying to completely lose out of her mind.
As I was saying, she had only allowed 3 runs in their last 4 games, but already she's allowed 2 from the Falcons.
And we're only in the 3rd inning. Mound visit from the coach is taking a little longer than he would like to have in the 3rd inning. But just trying to keep his pitcher calm, cool and collected. As Camara goes back to second base as an early base runner in scoring position. And now up is Paige Brown, the sophomore. Ref telling number 9, Giselle Reyes, to move back in the on-deck circle as Paige Brown in the right-hander's batter's box tries to lay down a bunt. And safe! Safe at third was Camara. Great slide.
Some anger from the Macnamara fans here.
As now the coach looking to talk about it.
Looks like they want to challenge this call.
With the umpire. McNamara's coach trying to get an explanation as Camara stays safe at third. Paige Brown now with 1 strike in the at-bat. Rips that one to center field, and that'll be a run scored. Camara comes in. And a great hit from Paige Brown. And now the Falcons up by 2. It'll be a 3-1 lead for the Falcons. The Falcons trying to get more offensive pressure on this Mustangs team.
Camara will be committed to play at UMBC. We can see why based on her great base running skills.
As that one's high for Giselle Reyes. And an early ball. Only 1 out so far in this inning. Or no outs, I believe. Odie in the circle, kicks and fires. And that one's popped up and hits the fence. It'll be a foul ball. And now the count is 1 strike, 1 ball. If you're just tuning in with us, the Falcons are up by 2 with great base running by Camara. As that one's lined back up the middle for a hit. And Paige Brown will go to second. Reyes will head to first. And the Falcons looking to start a rally here with only no outs in the inning. And now up is Grace Mackerel with 2 base runners on. Another potential threat to extend this lead by much more for this Falcons squad. That one's ripped and foul. It's a great piece off the bat. And Odie not trying to keep the offensive pressure down.
We're seeing lots of girls get a bat on the ball. We definitely want to keep that up.
Odie fires. That one's ripped to the side, and that'll be a fair ball. Paige Brown rounding third, and that'll be another run scored.
Smart base running by Rise on third.
And Mackerel now at third, and now at second will be a pinch runner for Reyes. It'll be, Mackerel will be at second. And that'll be Giselle Reyes at third. And now in the box will be Megan Del Real. Real rips that to right field, and that was a diving catch. A great grab by number 6, Sterling Harriet. And one out so far this inning. A great piece by Megan Del Real.
Very quick reflexes there.
And now up is Maddie Goss. That'll be a high strike. She has 2 runners in scoring position, looking to drive them both in and extend this 4-1 lead for your Falcons. Odie now giving up 4 runs. Odie kicks back to fires, and that one's going to be a high for a ball. And that'll be a 1-1 count now for Goss. And there'll be a strike inside. And now it'll be 1-2 for Goss at the plate. Falcons going to look to gain more runs this inning as they have 2 runners in scoring position. That one's swing and a miss.
Great inning for the Falcons.
And it was a great inning for the Falcons. As run scores, they do leave 2 runs stranded, but a great inning so far. She's playing third base today. As Del Rio only allowing 1 run. And trying to keep the Mustangs where they are. Del Rio. And that one's going to come right back to her. And an easy out to get this inning started. She throws it over to Maddie Goss. And a quick out for the Falcons. And now up is Isabella Webb. She's playing first base as Del Rio getting ready on the circle. And that one's high on the pitch. Del Rio looking to keep the Mustangs where they are at 1 run, which is not a sight they've seen so far this year, as scoring over 15 runs in each of their games. As this one's line to left field, easily caught by number 5, Paige Brown.
The Falcons have had 4 straight 10-win seasons, and they're looking to make this the first win out of hopefully another 10-win season.
As so far they're 0 for 3, only scoring 2 runs through the entire first 3 games, but they have scored 4 throughout this game so far. And that'll be a strike to number 9, Camille Mellon. And the Falcons with 1 out so far. As Del Real pitches, and that'll knock off the side of her pants, and that'll go for a ball. As Conroy will go back and grab it behind the plate. No rush because there are no runners on base. Del Real waiting in the circle. As Camille Nolan waiting in the box as she swings and misses. A great pitch. Strike two for Del Real. This is Macnamara Mustangs team trying to stay in this, only down by 3 as that one's going to be a high ball. And it'll be a 2-2 count. Macnamara bats trying to stay positive as we are in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Out. It'll be inside ball. And now full count.
Only one out so far.
Del Real waiting for the pitch to come in. Del Real. Back fires. That'll be a swing and a miss. And out 3 for your Good Counsel Falcons. And we will be back after this.
Good Counsel is home to anyone, you know, that you will feel embraced. You will feel part of a community from day one, even before school starts. You know, they put so much time and energy into making you feel as part of the community.
When kids come here, to know that they're not just loved and nurtured by their family, but by other people, you know, God's family. I think if you're in a position to give and you know that you can help other families become Falcon families and give the Good Counsel education to their children, well, that's a good thing to give towards. You know, education changes people, makes better people, makes better citizens.
You know, I know our children have been extremely blessed by so many people that have contributed to their experience and their time here.
Whatever you can give, you may think is small, but every dollar does count when it comes to providing a great education for our kids.
And we are back for the bottom of the 4th with the Falcons up by 3 over this powerhouse Macnamara team so far this season, winning all 4 of their first 4 games. And pitch. It'll be a strike for Falcons.
At bat's going to be Claire Morano.
Claire Morano. Odie. And that one is going to be fouled. And an early 0-2 count for Morano. Odie in the circle, allowing 4 runs, fires. That one's going to be ripped. And it'll go through for a single. And Moreno gets on an 0-2 pitch. And next will be Aubrey Holden, the freshman Sophia Conroy, the other freshman on this team. She's playing catcher today. As Odie has another base runner on. You don't normally see this from her. She's been one of the most dominant pitchers, as this one is an easy pass ball. And a great stop. That was an overthrow from Christina Brown behind the plate, but easily caught by Jocelyn Ivy, who's playing shortstop today. Conroy getting ready. And there'll be a ball in the dirt. And quickly, 2-0 for Conroy, as she does have a runner in scoring position in Morano at second. And that'll be a ball outside, and that'll be 3-0. Could be a 4-pitch walk here, or Odie will try and fight her way back into this at bat. Odie fires. And it'll be a strike. It'll be a 3-1 now for the freshman catcher. Odie kicks back and fires. And it'll be strike 2. And Odie fighting her way back into this at bat. And it'll be the 3-2 count, no outs. Moreno at second for the Falcons. Pitch, that one's going to be hit over to the second baseman.
That'll be a
fumbled.
fielder.
And it'll still be out, though.
That'll be a fielder's choice. Pretty clear choice as she was closer to first.
Great play by Alyssa Scatliff. But Moreno does move over to third base. And now with Aubrey Holden, the other freshman for this team, up now. With a runner in scoring position, this could be a dangerous at-bat. She's looking to slap, as that's going to be a ball. Moreno at third. Odie trying to keep her there with 1 out so far in this inning. And that one's going to be fouled and into the woods. As Odie not seeing normally 4 runs allowed from her, as this one's going to be another foul back ball. Trying to slap is Holden. A common move you see out of most lefties, especially ones who have great speed on the base path. And
She does. She's very quick.
That's very true, and she's trying to knock in the run. And that'll be strike 3. And back to the top of the lineup, Isabel Camara. Camara, the senior, it's her second year as captain, 4th year on varsity. It's going to take that one for a strike. And Odie trying to strand the runner at third. That is Moreno.
Some cheers from the Good Counsel dugout.
And this one's going to be, it's going to be fumbled and safe. And a run comes in, and it'll now be 5-1 in favor of your Falcons.
She will reach on an error there. It's happened a couple times so far this game.
Fumble.
Pretty rare for Macnamara.
Fumble by the shortstop, Jocelyn Ivy. You don't want to see errors at this level and at this age, but it'll be a run scored as Paige Brown will take that one high for the first ball. If you're just joining us, Good Counsel just scored a run and now they're looking to add with that, with only having 1 out, or they have 2 outs in this inning, as Paige Brown takes that one high. Macnamara got the scoring started off in the second inning, or the first inning, my fault, but it's been all Good Counsel since then. 2 balls for Paige Brown, but there is 2 outs. Here we are on the bottom of the 4th. Odie pitches another one, that one's low, and now it's going to be ball 3.
Pretty cold today. Luckily for these teams, not much wind, but there's some nice sun.
Hopefully the sun will be still there as this game ends. As Odie, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk for Brown. And now they've got runners at first and second. Camara at second, and Paige Brown at first. And that's Christina Brown talking with Odie, trying to keep her in this game. They are only down by 4, and a few good hits can get Macnamara right back in this game. And now up for the Falcons is Giselle Reyes, 3-hitter in this lineup, looking to add to this lead or maybe get on base. But there is 2 outs, so they have to be careful. And it's a strike on the inside. Great pitch by Odie. Looks like Christina Brown gave her a good pep talk. And
With the runner on second, we're looking for a bigger hit here to bring her in.
Odie, quick pitching, and that one's high. And it'll be a 1-1 count with 2 outs. That one is going to be hit to the shortstop. And easy out, number 3. And that play was made by Jocelyn Ivy at shortstop. And Good Counsel with a 5-1 lead will be back after this.
Welcome back to Our Lady of Good Counsel High School in the matchup between the Bishop Macnamara Mustangs and the Good Counsel Falcons. We're going to have a new pitcher here, number 19, Kayla Katz. We'll see what she can do for the Falcons.
As Del Rio had a great first 4 innings, and in relief now comes Katz, looking to finish off this Mustangs team with the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning coming up rather quickly.
In a 5-1 lead, the Falcons are having a great offensive and defensive game today.
And now in the 9 spot, Ania Woods. And right after her, they'll bring back to the top of the lineup with Amani Kamako.
Falcons have scored more than double the runs they've scored in all the other games this season in just the first 4 innings of this game alone.
And they're looking to make a quick turnaround in this season and get in the win column, as this one's going to be fouled back near the Good Counsel dugout.
This will be a WCAC conference game, definitely helping their rankings within the WCAC.
Macnamara is 3rd. They've played PVI. Or no, they've played Holy Cross. I'm sorry. But that puts them at 3rd place in the WCAC standings as Katz ticks and fires. And that one's going to be hit over to third base. And a quick play, a great play at that, by the third base, Clara Moreno. And quick one out. Katz in the circle. She'll now kick back and fire. And laying down a bunt was at the top of the lineup, Imani Camacho. Katz fires. And that'll be another one, as they already have an out in this inning. That'll be a strike. And Camacho in the lefty batter's box. Katz at the pitch, and that'll be strike 2. Katz pitching good so far. He has an out and close to a strikeout. That's going to be high. And 2-2 now for Camacho. And the leadoff batter for this Mustangs team, trying to get things going and get some hits on the board and maybe get a few runs. Katz with the pitch. That'll be ball 3. And it'll be a full count with an out. as Cats looking to keep this batter and put her back into the dugout.
Good Counsel infield looking very prepared for a ball on the ground.
And strike 3. Out number 2 for Cats with a strikeout. And Cats now with 2 outs in relief of Del Rio. Now up is Jocelyn Ivy. Inside ball. As Macnamara trying to stay positive on their side of the bench and trying to keep them in this game. Cats fires that one high over the plate. It would be ball number 2. And Macnamara now with 2 outs, but 2 balls in the at bat.
Good start so far for number 19, Kayla Katz.
Cats fires. That one's going to be up. Caught by Paige Brown, and an easy 1-2-3 for Kayla Cats. And welcome back to our Lady Good Counsel High School softball varsity opener. As Mackerel, the four-hole hitter for this Falcons team, will take that for a ball. The Mustangs still rolling with their ace in Odie, trying to see if she can lock down this Falcons offense while her offense keeps the bats going. That's another ball, ball 2.
Mackerel looking to get on base here. We're looking for a solid hit.
Odie in the circle, fires, and that'll be another ball, ball 3. And now with a 3-0 count, Odie. That one's fouled back. And it'll be now a 3-1 count, no outs. Here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Falcons up by 4. And that one's back up the middle and a base hit.
That'll be a single for number 7, Grace Mackerel.
Mackerel, a great at bat. 3-1 count and just rips it back up the middle. It's textbook hitting right there. And now Megan DeReal coming up. She pitched a great 4 innings, and now in relief of her was Kayla Katz. But Del Real is still designated hitter for this team. As the umpires. And it's going to be a new runner. It's going to be Megan Morano, older sister of Claire Morano. Number 12, the senior coming in. She's coming in for Grace Mackerel, the sophomore. Now up is Megan Del Real. She had a fantastic 4 innings pitch, only allowing 1 run early in the first, and then after that it was all Good Counsel, and she stayed firm in the circle. Can't say the same for Odie. She's allowed 5 runs, as that one's high. It'll be a ball. Odie looking to keep the Falcons where they are, as this one is ripped back up the middle. And it'll be a fielder's choice as Megan Moreno advances to second. And Del Real does her job, moves the runner over. And now up is Maddie Goss, who's had a pretty good game so far for this Falcons team. The runner in scoring position, she'll foul that one back. And that'll be a foul ball. Odie back and fires. That'll be a ball right there, and it'll be a 1-1 count. Goss trying to advance the runner, who is at second base at Megan Moreno. And it'll be a high one as well. 2-1 with 1 out. Odie still firing in the circle, even though she has given up 5 runs, as this one's going to be a strike swinging. Odie's had a fine game, but allowing 5 runs after only allowing 3 for the past 4 games she's pitched in. 3 runs combined, I might add. As this is going to be a pass ball, and Moreno will easily make it to third. And now will be a full count.
Runner on third. Looking for just a hit to bring her in. Doesn't need to be anything
it could even just
powerful.
It can even be an infield hit. And that'll be strike 3, though. And she got up too slowly. And it won't be enough to take home. But now up is Claire Moreno, going to try and drive her sister in. As out number 2 was a strikeout. And looks like the coach for Good Counsel is talking with the umpire, looking for an explanation of something. And he's going to make his way back to his post as a third base coach. And now Claire Moreno with 2 outs now. That'll be outside for a ball, as Odie now has 2 outs on the Falcons team now.
Looking to bring her sister home.
Claire Moreno takes another one, trying to drive in her sister, Megan Moreno, the senior, at third base. Two balls now with 2 outs. Umpire dusting off the plate. Odie fires. That one's going to be high and out of bounds. And now it will be 2-1. Falcons up by 4. If you're just tuning in with us, Megan Moreno has subbed in, and she's now at third base. And that one's going to be driven. And it's going to be an error as Claire Moreno makes it over to second base, and Megan Moreno makes it home. And another run for this Falcons squad. And now up the catcher, Sophia Conroy, as getting off her leg pads, which is usual with 2 outs, and as a hitter and catcher, and we want to have your gear on just in case out number 3 is made and you have to get your gear on pretty quickly. Conroy with a runner at second, and Odie trying to put her down, and that one's going to be high. Odie trying to retire this last batter and get her team back into the batter's box and try and come back. And that one's going to be another one, and it's going to be early 2-1 count.
Good eye here.
Conroy, the freshman, she plays catcher and infielder today. She is playing catcher. One of the 2 freshmen on this team, Aubrey Holden being the other one. She's playing center field today, as this one's going to be, and a diving play is made. And an unexpected error is going to be made as Clara Moreno makes it home. And they switch places out there. That was Jocelyn Ivy making the error. She was looking to throw it over to second base, but it wasn't a force at second base. It was a force at first base, having a runner at second.
They'll both reach on an error there, and that won't affect the pitcher's ERA.
So now Conroy, the freshman, at second base, and now it's Aubrey Holden, the freshman, now in the batter's box, and it looks like it's going to be Aliva Javid, the senior, is going to be base running now for Conroy at second. The lefty, Holden, and it's going to be called time, looks like. And she'll be back in the batter's box pretty quickly. And that one's going to be slapped foul into the forest. OD trying to get this last batter retired and get her team back in the batter's box. And it's going to be another swing and a miss for Holden. And third base coach is giving Holden some instructions. And it's going to be a ball. She was looking to slap and then decided not to swing. And it was a good decision, as it'll be now 1-2. Here we are, bottom of the 5th inning. The Counsel up by 6. They've scored 2 runs this inning. As she drives one to out of bounds, or the foul. And she'll see another pitch coming. OE in the circle. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be slapped back up the middle, and a diving in, can't make it. And another run scored.
That'll be an RBI.
Javid, the senior from second base, comes all the way in. And now back at the top of the lineup, Isabel Camara. And a great piece by Holden getting the RBI. And back at the top of the lineup, Isabel Camara. She is playing shortstop today. She can play catcher as well. Very versatile. And that's now the 3rd run this Falcons softball team has scored in this inning, as we are at the top of the 5th. It's going to be low for ball 2. Odie staying out there for a while. She's been out there for long at-bats and a very long inning. Does have 2 outs, though, so 1 out can end it here. That one's going to be driven. Caught by the left fielder for the Mustangs, Ania Woods. And the Mustangs will get the bats back up after this. And welcome back to Our Lady of Good Counsel High School, as a good 3-run inning coming from the Falcons in the bottom of the 5th. We are now at the top of the 6th as the Mustangs are trying to get back in this game. Kayla Cat still at pitcher, and relief of Del Rio, who had a great 4 innings, only allowing 1 run in the first inning, and then after that, lights out. Up now is the third batter, Alyssa Scatliff for the Mustangs, as this one is going to be an easy ground ball play for Giselle Reyes. Second baseman over to Goss, the sophomore, at first base.
Previous hits by Sophia and Aubrey, both freshmen, are going to be their first Good Counsel career hits. Congratulations to the both of them.
Good for them. Hopefully it'll be a lot more hits than just today. As Cats, this one's going to be hit into right field, and easy pickings for number 13. Or number 3, sorry. Lizzie Stone.
Macnamara had already played the Academy of the Holy Cross with a 15-0 win. And Good Counsel will look to play them on April 17th.
And that one's going to be a strike to Sterling Harriet. And an early strike, as they've already gotten 2 outs very quickly for Cats. Cats has been very efficient at getting these outs so far in this game, as this one's going to be another strike. Strike number 2 for this Falcons team. Cats waiting in the circle. Harriet waiting in the box. Turns, kicks, and fires. That's going to be outside. And the first ball. She's pitched this inning. We are in the top of the 6th. So this and then next inning will be the Mustangs' last chance to get some runs on the board and maybe send this either into extra innings. And this one's going to be fouled, and foul-tipped, and couldn't be caught by the catcher Conroy behind the plate. And it'll be, and Harriet will still be alive in the box. So see another one. Cats fires. That one's going to be fouled. And out of play. And Harriet will see another one.
Varsity Lacrosse is going to be winning 21-2. Also against Bishop Macnamara.
And Cats will pitch that one for a ball. And the freshman-sophomore game is 5-4 in favor of your Falcons.
That'll be for baseball.
And strike 3 for Cats. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for this Falcons team, looking to get back in the batter's box and looking to end this game early on, or late. We'll be back after this. And we are back. Coming in now is Lauren Popera. She's a lefty. That one's going to be lined, and it'll be easily caught by Jocelyn Ivy. She's made a few errors today, but that one, easy pickings.
Sun's starting to set here. Not quite losing sun, but certainly losing heat.
100%. And this time we do not have the press box to keep us warm. We are out here as well. And that'll be a high ball. And Giselle Reyes now. It's going to be another high one. And an easy 2-1 count, or 2-0 count, with one out so far in the bottom of the 6th inning. Odie's still in there, as this one will be fouled back. And it'll be the first strike.
Macnamara certainly has lots of confidence in their pitcher. Doesn't look like she'll come out.
Unless this game does go into extra innings or into the bottom of the 7th. And that one's going to be swing and a miss, strike 2. And Reyes, she has a 2-2 count with one out in this inning. And that one's going to be short grounder, and it's going to be a great out. Out number 2 by third base. And now up is Megan Moreno. This is Megan Moreno, the oldest sister of Claire Moreno. Claire Moreno did drive her in as for an RBI in the 5th inning. Moreno's had 3 years on this varsity squad, so she knows the way around as she swings at that one in the dirt for strike 1. If you're just tuning in with us, you are a little late, but not late enough to see the last inning. We're in the bottom of the 6th with the Falcons up by 7. As it'll be ball number 2. The first run was scored by the Macnamara Mustangs early on in the 1st inning, but then after that, it's been all good Counsel since then. And that'll be another ball. 2-1 count now. Odie's still out there after allowing 8 runs. She kicks and fires. That one's going to be foul behind the backstop. And she'll see another one with now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Odie still in the circle. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be high, and now will be a full count. 3-2. This Falcons squad have been pretty good offensively and defensively. Not making many errors in the field. And getting the hits up when they can. Moreno fouls this one once again. She'll see another.
It's been a long game for pitcher Odie.
She's barely had any time to rest. And that'll be out number 3. And the Mustangs will have one final chance to get the bats back up and to get this game closer and maybe tie it up.
We'll go to the top of the 7th after this.
Walking these halls, I feel the energy of Good Counsel's Zavarian community. Here, I learn to excel, serve, and love through friendships that support me and academics that challenge me. My voice finds expression in ways I never imagined. Whether I'm singing in chorus, playing trumpet, or exploring visual arts, creativity flows through every corner of this place. Faith shapes my daily experience. Through Mass, prayer, and retreats, I discover how Zavarian values guide my leadership and deepen my compassion for others. The Riken program gave me exactly what I needed. Small groups and varied teaching styles helped me master core subjects while staying motivated and confident. Our nationally recognized STEM program puts innovation in my hands. I design, build, and problem solve with cutting-edge technology that prepares me for tomorrow's challenges. Athletics here push me to be my best. When our teamwork pays off in that perfect moment, the pride we share makes every practice worth it. This is Good Counsel. This is where I belong.
To the top of the 7th, where the Falcons need 3 outs to end this game and get their first win of the season. It's very impressive how they've been doing this against 4-0 Macnamara. They have been one of the more dominant teams so far in this very young season, but they have scored 70 runs in their 4 games, and they've only scored 1 in this entire game. Great pitching by both Kayla Katz and Megan Del Rio.
Locking it down on defense.
Up now is Madison Stewart, third base. And that'll be a ball, as Kayla Katz only needs 3 outs to end this game and give the Falcons their first win at home and the first win of the season as well. That one's going to be low for ball number 2. Katz, who's been very efficient by getting outs in her 2 innings of relief. Now in the 3rd, that'll be actually strike 1. A little on the inside, but the thought it hit the strike zone. And Katz will get ready for a 2-1 pitch to Madison Stewart. That one's going to be high. And ball number 3, she'll have to fight her way back into this if she wants to end this game early with a 3-1 count. Stewart has 9 hits and 8 stolen bases on the year, as Katz will walk her. And Stewart also has 7 RBIs and around a 700 batting average, which is normal maybe to start a year, but still at this point, at 4 games in the season, still having that high of a batting average is still very impressive. And now Isabella Webb, she's playing first base today as Katz fires. That'll be a strike 1. Conroy, and a lazier throw to Katz, but easily picked up by the third base woman, Clara Moreno. Katz in the circle. That one's going to be hit over to left field. Paige Brown's got it. And out number 1 of 3 in this inning. And they could turn 2 and end this game, which would be a very impressive feat by getting their first win against powerhouse, the Bishop Macnamara Mustangs. Katz kicks and fires. Strike 1! And throwing over to first was Conroy, thinking that Stewart was going to try and steal. I mean, she does have 8 stolen bases on the year. I wouldn't be shocked if she does. Trying to get some chaos on the base paths as Katz tries to monitor that. And it'll be a bunt, and it'll be foul. Hey. Wait. Katz now with 2 outs, or 2 strikes. And that'll be a foul ball. Conroy throws it back. They do have a runner. That's Madison Stewart. as Cats getting back into the circle. Turn 6 fires. That one's going to be high to Camille Nolan. And throws it back over to first base just to check on the runner, Madison Stewart. And 1 strike away from another out. And she drops that one. That would be a ball. And it'll be a 2-2 count. (3-2) now. And there is 1 out in the inning with a full count now for Cats. Kayla Katz trying to strike out Camille Nolan. As this one she does! Strike 3, and she's now 1 out away from putting down the Bishop Macnamara Mustangs. Tune in on Friday for the girls lacrosse against Georgetown Visitation. We will be bringing that to you on Friday at 6 o'clock.
This has been a very strong performance by Kayla Katz, closing out this game after also a strong performance from Megan Del Real.
Very good pitching all around as Anya Woods swings at strike 1. That'll be the same pitch, but it'll end up as a ball.
Couple errors in the field from both teams, but overall, very good fielding today.
Good Counsel has learned to manage that and keep the McNamara offense to only 1 run, as it has piled on for the Mustangs and allowed 8 runs to be scored, which is not something you want to see after having 70 runs scored and barely any errors made by this McNamara defense. 2-1 count with 2 outs. Cats is 2 strikes away. And that'll be a 3-1 count. Madison Stewart is still at first base. Cats looking to strand her and get the last out of this game needed to win. Cats fires. That'll be hit over to second base. And that's it. Falcons win of the season at home, 8-1. And a great game played by the Falcons defense and offense, getting quick outs and quick innings and getting really quality hits out of their entire lineup. Mustangs only getting 1 run. That was early on in the first inning.
Yes, thank you for joining us today. I'm Sam Skango. That was Liam Clark. Be sure to tune in on Friday for the girls lacrosse game against Georgetown Visitation at 6 p.m.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on Friday.